concluding part of the reading.
I met a situation in which one of the staff was just doing work around, and one staff did not come to work. Well, I don't know where. I saw one young guy on the computer. Who are you? I said, I'm so. Look at him. This guy was too young to work in here. What's your position? What are you doing? I said, no, I don't work here. So what are you doing on a computer? I said, no, my father is ill, so I came to work in this place. Yes, we have a lot of that.
Welcome to the program. My name is Tayulu Oladuti. We will begin by playing you one of Dr. Adebiye's favorite songs.
I see, I have my peace, I have my joy. Even when people say to me that I'm slow, I have my peace, I have my joy. I will trust in the Lord, 'cause He is never slow. I have my peace, I have my joy, and I will wait on the Lord, 'cause He will never fail. I have my peace, I have my joy. My life depends on you, Jesus, and my future lies in your hands. I raise my hands in surrender. Lord, give me peace. Lord, give me joy. My life depends on you, Jesus. My future lies in your hands. I raise my hands in surrender. Lord, give me peace. Lord, give me joy.
Roll Call Group. Celebrate people, success, events.
Okay, so Dr. Adebiye, having listened to your fun music, your choice of music, let's get back to the interview proper about the book, How We Did It. Every part, every topic of the 14 chapters is instructive. But I'd like to take just 3. And I'll begin with chapter 5. Creating peace from crisis. What was that about?
Chapter 5 essentially spoke about my arrival at Osrc Avenue and what we met. There was absolute chaos when we came. They've not collected running grants for like 5 months. They had we had about 21 vehicles. Only I think about 8 were working.
For the entire state?
For the entire state. About 8 were working. The working conditions was horrible. Offices without tables, without chairs, no windows, no lights, it was just horrible all over. And there was infighting among the staff because some people were hoping that they would be appointed as the chairman, or a substantive chairman. We had an acting. When Mimiko left, the former chairman left with him because it was on a 1-year contract, so he left. So somebody came up and started, the most senior was acting. Then he was eventually promoted to a permanent secretary. He left. Then the next one started acting. Then people under him also were hoping that he would be retained and all that. At that time, Mr. Gordon also brought in a revenue consultant who has a lot of experience. who came into the States with the new administration and trying to do things. So there was resistance. So there were camps within the revenue organization itself, the board, then the whole board against the consultants.
Wow.
And then no money to fund anything. And also, they had a reputation of a cesspit of corruption. If you don't know anybody, nothing gets done. We have touts. I met touts in the office who they meet you at the gate as you are coming. What do you want to do? They will approach you. Go ahead to do it. I met a yes. I met a situation in which one of the staff was just doing work around, and one staff did not come to work. Well, I don't know. I saw one young guy on the computer. Who are you? I said, I'm so. Look at him. This guy was too young to work in here. What's your position? What are you doing? I said, no, I don't work here. So what are you doing on a computer? I said, no, my father is ill, so I came to work in his place. Yes, we have a lot of that. So children come to work in place of their father. So, I mean, the buildings, they're horrible. You know our former office, you know how it was. You have to bend, you two people cannot walk on the staircase. I mean, my office, I banged my head so many times because the height of the door is 5'8", and I'm 6'1". So I consciously have to beg, but once in a while you get so excited, you forget, and then you are dashing somewhere, you just hit your head. I went to visit all these offices, and it was appalling. I mean, I wish there were. I mean, we had an office where the station manager lives in the office. They have 3-bedroom apartments. So the station manager lost his apartment, and so he moved into one of the rooms with his wife and family. So in the morning, staff will come and use the 2 rooms. You know, the sitting room, he brought his furniture, which is supposed to be the reception of the office. So he put his furniture there, and then the staff was using 2 other rooms. So when I got there, I saw children coming out of the room, and I was wondering what's going on. They said, no, that's the station manager. So the station manager's family is like, you know, in an office, you take an office, 3-room office, with a sitting room which is supposed to be the reception, and then somebody moves into one of the rooms to live permanently.
Cook there,
no, cook, they live. 2 small children. That's 2 small children, and they come in and they play with them, and then they go, and so that's what I meant. There was no line between the office business and personal business. No line.
When you confronted all of this, unfortunate situations, did you at any time think of telling the governor, Your Excellency, I can't do this anymore?
The thought never crossed my mind. Never. Because it is the depth of research that you do. Dimension the problem. If you understand the problem enough, the solution will come. But when you don't understand the problem deeply enough, you won't find the solution. So the first thing I did was I went to Lagos to go and do peer review. I wrote this in my book. Some people go to Lagos to go and do peer review. They will look at Lagos how it is now, how much they are making. They will talk to them, meet the chairman. No, I didn't do that. I went to Lagos, saw the chairman in Lagos, and said, look, I want to talk to the people who were here when you were doing your restructuring. I don't want to see you now. I want to talk to the people who knew you at that period when we were doing your restructuring. What did you do? That transition period. Who are people that lived through the transition period? Not the people who came, met the thing already completed, and they don't know otherwise. I went to Kwara. The man who did the transition, he was still there. And some of his directors, they are the people I spoke to. So because in copying, you have to copy properly. I want to go into a transition. I should only be talking to people who have lived through a transition, not people who met the transition already completed and they're enjoying the benefits of the transition, but they can't tell me anything. It's like going to meet the son of a rich man, show me how to make money. Was he the one that made the money? Was he the one that worked out to be rich? It's his father. So you want to know the secrets of succeed in business, it's not the son of a rich man you go and meet. You go and meet the rich man himself, because the son was born into wealth. So I went to meet the people who were there, and they told me. And then I came back here and put in my strategies. And based on those strategies, I was like, no, this is doable.
Okay, so let's go to chapter 9 of my book. Amplifying success with disruptive strategies.
Yes.
That word caught my attention.
Yes.
Disruptive.
Yes.
How?
Okay, there's no way you can succeed at some levels if you don't bring what we call disruptive strategies. I'll give you an example. When Mr. Governor came, we had these issues of the farmers, illegal farmers in the forest reserve. The former governor did not just go there, cut their cocoa, drive them away in accordance with the law. But there were so many. So they now formed gangs and they started fighting government officials, fighting police. Some areas of the forest reserve became a no-go area. So when Mr. Governor came in 2017, and then we did our research and all of that, and we also spoke to him. Look, there's a way you can do this thing without driving all these people away. One, register them so we know who they are. And then two, let them be paying some annual fee, like rental fee to government for the trespass. They've already cut the trees in the forest reserve anyway. So, and they have planted cocoa. Cocoa production adds to the GDP of Ondo State. It's just that they've just gone forcefully to acquire land. But at the end of the day, the land cannot belong to them. The land is still government land. So, and then someone said, okay, go ahead. So from chasing all of them all over the place, because they're illegals, we embraced them and started collecting money from them. That's the disruptive strategy. But the most significant one was the Okada. A motorcycle, tricycle, before when we got in, the total revenue they generate through their union to government was about 4.8 million, 400,000 a month. 4.8 million. When we came in, we spoke to them. We knew how much the union was collecting from them. We are collecting 550 naira every day from the Okada. Are they paying tax to government? They are not paying tax to government. So we approached Mr. Governor with an idea. Assuming we start telling them that, look, we ban the union, come and pay 300 naira to government, and then the supervisors, they take some amount, local government takes some amount, the rest come to government, and so instead of the Okada paying 550, now they'll be paying 300, and they'll be paying to government, and we're printing the tickets, and going to ensure that there's peace and harmony on the roads. And Mr. Governor bought into it. High Priest, Dr. Ondebowale, Software Assistant to Mr. Governor on strategy, and government and force bought into it, and then we started. From 5 million naira a year, between 4.8 million and 5 million naira a year, after banning the union, taking over the reins, talking right to these people, appointing supervisors over them. 2022, we made 1.2 billion from 5 million in 2017. 1.2 billion. In 2023, well, let me start from 2017, 5 million. 2018, we did half year, we made about 90-something million. 2020, during COVID, at the height of COVID, we did about 500 million. 2021, we moved to 700 million. 2022, 1.2 billion. 2023, one of the cash issues that we had at the end of the year at the elections, I think we did 1.1 billion. But where we're coming from 5 million naira. There is no way you can grow that like that without that destructive strategy. We dislodged the people who were collecting the money before, and the money was going to private pockets. And we made sure the money was routed and it comes back to government coffers.
After all, the infrastructure they use, roads, oil.
Everything is on government, absolutely. Now, at the end of every year, we do raffle draw. We call them, we do raffle draw. We give out motorcycles, we give out gifts, we give out all of that. After making them paying less than they were paying before.
There's another chapter of the book, chapter 12, the title of that chapter also got me thinking. Rebounding from adversity. Yes.
I came in 2018 January, and I met a revenue figure of 10 billion. By the end of 2018, I'd done 24. 2019, I pushed it to 29. 2020, COVID came. So our target was reduced to 24. I was able to do a 24, so I target 100%. Now, after COVID, COVID changed the whole world. People could not go out and all that. After COVID, what do we do? So during COVID, we learned a lesson. We learned working from home. We learned about Zoom. We learned about migrating a lot of activities online and all that. So during COVID, we decided that we were going to change the way we work and make it a lot more functional, leveraging on ICT. So as we look, how do we grow back to where we were? Because we were going like this on a pedestal, and then there was a break. We did. How do we come back? It has to be through a new set of reevaluation and strategy and what is happening at this time. So we started. Now we can do renewal of driver's license online. Don't need to come. You can pay to us by we open a current account. You want to pay any form of tax, just transfer money from your phone. Like a regular current account. If I'm transferring money to you, I can go to the market, you just collect account number and transfer. We create an account like that. Just collect this account number, transfer any money there. When you transfer the money there, you now tell us what the money is for. Then we will now process the receipts and then give it back to you. But the convenience of getting the money in, we made it so very well, so okay. We'll focus on that. So because COVID was, you could not move around. So we now came up with a lot of strategies that have to do with you don't need to come at all here. So all those strategies now paid off. And that's how the money just started pouring in.
Rebounding.
Yes, rebounding. The account we opened at that time to receiving all these monies, the current account we opened to receive all these monies, our usual receipts, doing a lot of back-end work, the usual receipts. In a year now, from zero before, because it didn't exist, in a year now, we have a turnover of almost 5-6 billion on that transaction. These are monies that people will have been struggling their head. How do I pay? How do I get government account? How do I get receipts? Now from your bed, from the car, from anywhere, there's phone somebody say, oh, this is how much you're going to pay for as government tax. Okay, no problem. The government will send it. And then tell us, I've sent it to for this. End of story.
The last chapter of that book talks about finishing strong. What does that mean for you?
Well, when I was writing that book, I was finishing my first term. So the finishing strong at that time was trying to, I needed to achieve the highest level of revenue growth that's ever been achieved in the States. And after 4 years, I need to bring to a closure a lot of the initiatives that I started in the course of the 4 years. Just in case maybe you are not even reappointed. So it was important that you close that chapter properly and finish strong. Highest level of revenue, everything, all the facilities working, new office. I mean, so we built this office in 12 months. That's not happened before. Fastest building construction in Ondo State. We did it. So, new office, recruit staff, provide them with facilities, buy new cars, enhance your fleets, revamp it, and all of that. So, all initiatives that I started, I need to bring it to a closure. That's what I refer to as finishing strong.
Dr. Tolu Adebie, banker, tax administrator, chairman, Ondo State Internal Revenue Service. Thank you very much for talking to me on People and the Rights.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
I felt to worry about the things that I see. I have my peace. I got my peace. I have my joy. Oh my God. Even when people say to me that, boy, you are slow, I have my peace. I'm not gonna listen to them.